Howdy folks, it's SenileSarge, and today we're going to do our first impressions on the PC game Night of the Dead, which is developed by Jack 2 Studios and currently available on Steam. The game is currently in early access. It was initially released back in August of 2020. Night of the Dead has gone through multiple updates since it's released and comfortably sits with a positive review on Steam. My focus today is to answer the question, should you purchase Night of the Dead right now? I plan on answering that by the end of the video. However, if you prefer just to hear that and that's all you want to know, go ahead and look down into the description and you'll see the timestamps, which will then take you to the should I purchase. Just for reference, the game was on sale when I purchased at $16.74 US dollars on Steam in December of 2021. After the sale ends, it looks like the game's going to be jumping back up to $24.99 US dollars. Okay, so what is the Night of the Dead? Night of the Dead is a tower defense style game where you build defenses against nightly waves of zombies. Your goal is to survive and then escape the island. It's also important to note the game offers players the ability to explore a fairly large island, explore points of interest where you gather supplies and resources. You can hunt, you can farm, and all of that to make sure that you keep your health refreshed as you need to build a location to keep zombies that are bringing waves and waves each night. The game is a single player, it's online PvP, it's LAN PvP, it's online co-op and LAN co-op. For this video you're seeing in the background, we focused on the online co-op portion. The developers have been fairly consistent with updates since release, even though it has a small two-person studio. And normally when you see that, it just takes a little bit longer for the updates to come out, but they've done a pretty good cadence of those updates. The developer has a clear roadmap, which we're going to talk about later. Absolutely love it. There's lots of really good expansions, such as the world map extension. They got vehicles, they got airdrops, new weapons, and a whole bunch more. All right, so art style. The overall look of the game is great. I was actually surprised when I stepped into this game that it looked as good as it does. Going in, I wasn't sure what to expect. Playing games like 7 Days to Die or other games in this genre where there's zombies, I know a game can look good with zombies, but I didn't realize that from a tower defense perspective and a zombie perspective, you could throw these together and it just feels good. The characters look great that you're playing with. Other characters look great. The items that you're out gathering look good. The buildings that you're building look great. And the zombies, there's so many different options of the zombies. It's just well done overall. So jumping in and getting started. This is probably one of the hardest parts of the games for new players. A lot of the reviews that I saw on Steam was people not even making it into an hour of the game. And I can understand and I have compassion for that. The first time I played this game, I probably played it for 20 minutes and I left because I had no idea what I was supposed to be doing. What I didn't realize is that on the screen, there's actually some recommendations of things that you need to do. The thing is, they're not recommendations. You actually need to do them, like picking up a rock and getting a cardboard box and, taking apart a car and then getting an axe and then getting a pickaxe and all of these. And you should do it in the order that the game's telling you to set yourself up for success. What I noticed is once a player makes it past the first night, they tend to stay longer in this game. So that's one of the things I hope the developer really looks at is how do we keep players into the game past that first night? Because I think that's when people are sold on really how good this game is, because it is a really good game. One of the first videos I'm going to be posting after this one, maybe the second video, is going to be focused on the first day of survival inside of Night of the Dead. So be expecting that soon. Controls are self-explanatory. I'm not going to go in great detail here. What I can tell you is you could rebind almost all the keys. WASD movement works fine. There's a couple of hiccups with the attacks in game, like how close you are to the enemy versus when it comes back to you, or even when you're shooting arrows, sometimes those arrows will go flying and you can't find them. But that's expected. It's still early access. There's still going to be little bugs like this. I hope that they spend a little bit of time, focus on those. But overall, no main issues with the controls. From a content perspective, over the last couple months, they've done a really good job of updating this game. My past experience versus right now, I am loving the game. Like I don't even want to leave. I want to continue to play it. And there's not many games that are in early access that continuously keep doing that. Because even if I played the game, I can actually build in multiple locations. I can build a new type of build to keep the zombies away. I mean, it's just a really well done game. And it's some of the pieces that I like in other games kind of thrown in this one. You got to make sure that you follow the tips on the right-hand side of the screen when you come in as a new player. I know this is more about, should you purchase? But if you do purchase, make sure you're following the tips. Because if not, you're going to get frustrated. You're going to leave a bad review like most other people because they didn't follow those tips. You don't need to gather and explore everything day one. That's something that I learned. Follow the tips, build a quick base to make sure that the hordes of zombies can't attack you, and then make it into day two and you can actually get out and start exploring, which I think was what most people want to do going into this. The other thing I would tell you is use the KISS principle. Can't say that enough times with how you're building things out and you're moving. Don't aggro zombies for no reason. If you need to, pull one at a time. The zombies they're rough. So I think there's something in the settings. We're only on normal and we're still getting face punched. And I think that's something to know about the game. Once you make it past the first night, you're going to learn quickly. You're going to have all of the benches up that you need. You're going to be building a defense and you're really going to start to see the power of this game. I really enjoyed it once we got past the first night, that I wanted to go out and wanted to do as much exploring as I can, gather as much stuff as I can to come back and then just make it better. Overall, I think there's plenty of content in here for the $24 that you're going to pay for this game. It's loads of fun. I can't wait to see how many different builds that we actually put together to continue to move forward with the game. Okay, so the 2022 roadmap, I always love seeing when a developer has a clear roadmap laid out. Jack 2 Studios has done a great job of that, as I mentioned earlier. You can see here on screen kind of the things that they're looking at adding. I'm really excited that they delayed releasing the game in 2021 to push it to 2022 because they knew they needed to add things. That to me is okay. I mean, for a $24 game, it's already a lot already, but the fact that they're going to be adding some of the things that they have listed here, to me, it just shows that they care about the game. The map extension, vehicles, airdrops, new weapons, new zombies, equipment system, all of that. These are all great things that are going to make your gaming experience that much better. From a bugs perspective, I need to let you know there are bugs still present in the game. Remember, this is an early access title. I say this every single time that I make a video on an early access game. If you want a game to be perfect, this is probably not going to be your game. In fact, I'm telling you, it's not your game. There's a couple times when birds were stuttering as they were flying across the sky. The zombies were porting themselves. I physically watched zombies fly. I mean, there's things like this that are happening in the game. They're small issues. They're not game-breaking bugs, but they are things that the developer I know is still working on. So just take that into consideration before purchasing. Crafting is probably one of the key aspects you're going to learn as you move into the game. It's a lot of fun. It's really unique. I love the fact that the crafting system allows you to craft at the benches. So let's say that I need a particular item. If I have another item, I can take that item to make the item that I need. I don't always have to continuously go out and gather things. That's a great addition. I love when games do that, and they do it really well in Night of the Dead. I also really enjoy that the developer considers the co-op portion of the game. I mean, I can make tools. You'll see as you start to get in here that you're going to get these special documents that give you skills and all of that, right? And you get so many documents. You'll go to this bookcase looking thing and you'll spend them, and then that gives you all of these unlocks for skills. Well, if you're in a party with a co-op, you obviously want to break up like who's doing what. That's the best part of doing co-op. So that works really well, especially when you're crafting tools. One of the things they need to work on though is having that move over to when you're upgrading equipment. So I had bags that I was trying to upgrade for other people. I couldn't do that. So as a blacksmith, I can't do that. Somebody else has to add blacksmith points to their repertoire to be able to upgrade their weapons and bags. So I hope they make some changes there, knowing that from a co-op perspective, I want to be able to do things for the others around me. I don't want them necessarily to have to do it on their own. All right, so the overall verdict, if you love tower defense games and you enjoy zombie games, then purchase this game. This game's a lot of fun. There's lots of room to gather, lots of room to explore. It's great. I do say that with a caveat though. If you like exploration games in general, understand this is a tower defense game first. You have to understand that. So if that's not really what you're looking for, the game may not be what you actually want. Game's only $24.99 US dollars. That's not bad. If you're looking for a title that allows you just to get out there, build defenses, you get to craft, you get to hunt, all those things, I think you're really going to enjoy this game, and it's going to surprise you, and it looks really, really good. I do want to again just say, remember, it's not a finished product, okay? So it's an early access. If you don't like bugs in your games, it irritates you, then just don't purchase the game yet. Just wait. That saves you and the developer a heartache, you know, when you purchase it and then you're asking for a refund because it's not the end product. There are multiple times, like I said, where things are going to happen. And bottom line, you're going to die in zombie games. If you're not, they're not hard enough. So in this game, it's no different. You're going to. All right. If you enjoyed the video, please take a few minutes to like and subscribe to the channel. Truly helps the channel continue to grow. And it also helps the video get out there to other folks. As always, thanks for watching the video. And we'll see you on the next one. SenileSarge signing off.